If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it can only mean one thing. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here. So the Nets starting five. They've got Jared Allen. Durant is out there with Duncan. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Irving in at the one spot. And for Cleveland, we've got Stith. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Porter. And it's Sexton in at the shooting guard. Well, late in the season, we're seeing playoff teams resting their star players. Any excuse for lottery teams, Greg, doing the same?
Not as far as the league is concerned. I mean, if they're healthy,
exactly.
What's the goal? I mean, throwing away games is not acceptable.
No. Now, here's Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Duncan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Irving against Stith. The pass to Love. Lets it go with a three. 5 on the clock. Here is Stith. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. And on the way from Irving for three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
It's good.
Good intensity from Junior here. Boxes out to win the rebound and goes right back up for the score.
Stith against Irving. They need this. That's good on the jump shot.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
To the inside, Hardaway. Duncan trying to break loose. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here is Stith. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Porter. And it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got his fourth rebound in this one. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Duncan.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Hardaway against Sexton. And Junior throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here is Stith. A wide open look for Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. To the paint, here's Duncan, and the dunk by Duncan.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
So, timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And the lack of rim
Tristan
protection.
Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Kevin Porter. And it's Garland in for Stiff. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Karis LeVert's checked in for Hardaway. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert to the right side. Here's Duncan, and Junior throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Osman. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Thompson right side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, he could have taken it himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Out left to the wing. Duncan against Nance. Stolen by Thompson. Pushing it up. Sexton kicks to Nance. Cleveland moving it around. Garland with the bucket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And Duncan gets double teamed. And Junior throws it down.
And because of Junior's confidence and his composure, he has the ability to go on scoring runs like this.
Now, here's Garland. 5 points in the game. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets another three.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Garland, the pass to Sexton.
Well, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
Yeah, it's been a cold start, no doubt, but they've got to find a way to put some points on the board.
Duncan outside. Here's Jordan. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have...
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Nance and Thompson are up front. And it's Osman in at the three slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Bulls, delivered a big performance.
For him, the team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
KD finds Irving. Now here's Allen. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Love, no good. Brooklyn leading by 23. Irving for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading
for Duncan. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Jr. in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. Duncan is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Allen. And it's Hardaway in at the 2.
Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
Inside, here's Drummond. Allen with the rebound. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Here's Duncan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Clark with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid he only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Drummond dishes to Sexton. Passes to Stiff. Just 5 to shoot. 18 feet out. Duncan with the block.
Junior doing a nice job there, making sure that shot didn't get up.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Irving with the bounce pass. Allen passes to Duncan. Hardaway with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Junior's got 6 assists in the game. For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Irving against Stiff. Love the pass to Stiff. Over Irving. And that one's good by Stiff. Stiff's got 17 now.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Down low. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, you cannot ignore your guy if Junior's around, because he'll find him.
Cavaliers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Irving kicks to Junior. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 4-on-3 break. The open look here for Sexton. And another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
Now, here's Garland. Dinwiddie covering. The shot's good from Nance.
And how about the job Nance has done to try to make himself into a more consistent offensive threat?
Irving. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Junior's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Sexton for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Pass to Porter. Nance outside. Porter with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Cedi Osman in for Sexton. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Crawford comes in for Joe Harris. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Pass to Garland. And he converts the layup. Garland's got 15 points.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Count it.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Osman. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Thompson kicks to Osman. Goes back up. Back to Thompson. Over in the corner, Osman. 5 to shoot over Crawford. No good off the back of the rim. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Junior. Finished off the break. Junior's got 27.
And love how Junior makes himself available for his team, right where they need him for the big finish.
Here's Garland, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. 29 points for Duncan.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here is Stith. And there's the pass to Love. Nice open look, but it's no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Nets out in front. As they end, there's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And a change for the Nets. Duncan's checked in. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Stith is out there with Sexton. And it's Nance in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. That one good for 2.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Pass to Sexton to the left wing. Left side, Love. Sexton, the pass to Stith. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Nance with no one around. No good on the triple. Nets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
To the middle, here's Love, and Love throws it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Prince kicks to Junior, and the basket is good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Stiff the pass to Sexton. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Junior that time just muscling through it. He's got a mentality that says, I'm not backing up at all.
Stiff, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Prince in the corner. Puts up a three, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Prince has got 5 points now in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Love. Here's the three. Hits it from three-point range.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Brooklyn.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And in this season series, it's become an emphatic three-game sweep. So they have to feel pretty good about how dominant they've been in this matchup against the Cavs.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Duncan.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Windler, guarded by Jordan. The Cavaliers again can't hit. To the paint, takes the 13-footer, pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.